What a great sentiment that is. Emma McNally is with us from Tourettes Action, which is supported by children in need. Shay just said it all for us all. That idea of being free and the story he told, very brave of him to do the whole thing. You know, say it openly about the journey he's been on.
Yeah, really brave. And I think these going to the TicFest where they were, it gives them an opportunity to just be themselves, be free, no judgment from anyone. And I think when you're at the start of your journey, you feel like you're the only one. You don't realise that there's like a whole community out there to support you. And I think going there and being surrounded by all these other people, it can be life-changing for people because they can just completely relax.
Yeah, tell us a bit more about that. I mean, what happens in practice? How does it work at the TicFest?
At the weekend when they get there.
Yeah.
So basically, it's a weekend for families where you've got a child with Tourette's to come along, surrounded by other families, and we hire out events like exclusive use, so that there will only be us there, so there's no judgment from anybody else. So basically, people arrive, they're usually quite nervous when they first get there because they don't know what to expect. But then as the weekend goes on, you see the children just completely blossom and come out of the shelves because they can just be themselves with no judgment from anybody else.
And also, I suppose, see the different examples of Tourette's syndrome as well. So, not, you know, and we've spoken about this before, you've joined us on stuff, that not that typical, or the idea of it's a swearing or it's a one physical type, type of tic. It's just seeing it all and just actually, well, that happens, we crack on. Yeah,
and it's just, like you said, everybody's different and everybody has different tics. And the tics then kind of become an afterthought. They're just being themselves and they're all ticking around each other, but no one's focusing on the tics, everyone's just being themselves.
When children in need highlight something like this, what difference does it make?
It's huge because, like, you saw that video, then you saw Shay in the video, and it enables people to see what it's really like, because a lot of people think they know what Tourette's is, but they actually don't really understand it. They think it's comical, they think it's something to laugh at. And I think when you see the true complexities of it and how it affects people on a daily basis, I think it's eye-opening for people to see.
Clearly, reaching out to an organisation like yours is a big step in itself. Do you worry that people, for whatever reason, don't even do that? That people are sort of too scared, too embarrassed for all, which is not appropriate, but that they just don't even seek help?
Yeah, but I think one of the main things is there's not much medical help out there either. So when people are searching for help, they usually find us because there's not much else out there for them. It's a complete postcode lottery in terms of the health services that's available. So people are often, when they get to us, they're desperate and we're like the only thing that they've got, and that's why I think these events make such a difference.
Lewis Capaldi, you'll know, has called himself, I think he said, if I'm the poster boy for Tourette's, I'll accept that quite happily. Charlie spoke about the embarrassment and often how you can be isolated. And we saw with Shay how he was saying he became isolated. Surely that is changing a bit, though, isn't it, in terms of attitude?
I think if you'd have asked me this time last year, I'd have said things were a lot worse. And I think things are improving through things like Lewis Capaldi, us being shown now on Children in Need. So people's perceptions are changing. They're understanding the condition more. But I think things that are not changing as much is people's reactions when they see someone with Tourette's. So then they might still laugh or they might still stir. But I think the more we get out there, the more people see that it is an everyday condition. It's not rare, it will help.
Can I ask you, Emma, on that note, we often ask people this, is it okay to ask? If you see someone who you think has Tourette's, is it okay to ask someone about it? Is it one of those things that better played out openly? Sometimes people wonder about almost etiquette around things like that.
I think it's better to acknowledge it and to, rather than completely, either laugh at it or keep stirring and looking. I think it's better to acknowledge the person and say, oh, are you OK? If they look like they're struggling. rather than stirring.
And then it's up to them to say, yeah, I have Tourette's syndrome, or no, I'm fine, whatever. But I think, at least kind of don't pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah, yeah.
Emma, thank you very much.
Thank
Emma
you.
McNally is Chief Executive Tourette's Action. Thank you for your
Thanks for
time this
having me.
morning.
And thanks very much as well to Shay for letting us into his life and how it's affected him. Here's how you can get more involved with children in need.